Hello students, welcome to the class. This is the class continuation of project demo program. So here I have added one more menu called graphical report. So this one is used to display the report in graphical format using the bar chart. Okay, so this is option 6. Let's go to ch equals to 6. So remaining code are same, which I explained in the previous video. So this is the sixth choice, and I'm using here you have three choices. Either you want subject wise menu or you can have a student wise report, right? And so what is the subject wise report? So here x-axis is name and y-axis is the subject. Okay, so for particular subject it displays all the marks of people. Okay, so you have a choice for getting the subject mark. So and using x-axis as a name and y-axis as a subject score. Okay, so this one fetches the particular subject's marks. Okay, and I'm using the color as cyan and giving x label, y label, and then title. So title I'm using subject plus marks of students. So whatever the subject, that subject name plus marks of students. Though this is the concatenation, so this will be displayed as a title. So then I'm using a show method to display the graphics. So if the choice is 2, it displays the marks of particular student in all subject. Okay, so x-axis is subject here and y-axis is a name of a person, right? So name of a person we are using here, we are getting here, so that will be assigned as column. So we are fetching the particular record, so I'm using column. So see why I'm using column here, because I'm using the index call parameter. So for this data frame the index column is name. Okay, according to name, so this data frame will be displayed. So that name I'm using as a x-axis here. Okay, so in LOC I'm using that as a row label. Okay, and then column, all the columns, English, physics, IP, chemistry, this is my column. Okay, so you will get a record of particular person. So that record I'm sending to y-axis. I'm using a bar chart, pt.bar, x and y-axis. So color, since I know we are going to display only 4 subject, I'm giving 4 different colors and I'm specifying the width here. And then x label, y label, title, and then show method. So if the choice is 3, we are coming out of the loop. Okay, so this is to display the output in a graphical format. Let's run the program. So let's go to menu 6. So here we have subject wise and student wise report. So first we will explore subject wise. So it gives the choice for the subject. So if we take IP, okay, it displays a graphical representation. So you can see it here, the mark is IP marks of students, that is a title, and y-axis is marks toward y label, and this is x label. So in x-axis all the students names are displayed, in y-axis their scores are displayed. So if you maximize the screen you can see the full report of the students. Okay, so this is using the this is subject wise detail. So if you close the program again, it will give you the options. So now we are exploring second option, student wise. So it gives the index value. So these are all the students available. It asks for the choice. So we can go for Leela. Okay, so this one displays Leela's marks in all subjects. Okay, so x label subject name, y label marks code. So here all the subjects are displayed in x-axis, y-axis marks code, and the title is Leela's mark. So we are getting the name and we are concatenating with this string. Okay, so this is name by student wise student report, student wise chart. Okay, so the last choice is 3 and it gives comes to the main menu. So from here we can close the option, right? And one more extra thing we want to do here. So let's go to this one. So here we have the delete menu. So I'm using one more code here. So because we are getting the roll number from the user, right? So what happens if the roll number does not exist? Anyway, we are displaying the roll numbers available. So since we have limited data, we can ask the user to select. So if it has large data, then we have to check whether the roll number is present in the data frame, right? So if the roll number does not present, then it will give you error, the program closes automatically. So that should not happen, right? So if the roll number is not there, then we have to give some instruction to the user, then we have to continue with the menu, right? So that's what I have done here. I'm just setting a flag to 0, right? So simple variable. And so after getting the roll number, I am using the iteration and to check whether the roll number is present there. Okay, for I in df.index. So this is the index values available. RNO is the roll number we are getting from the user. So we are checking whether this I is equal to roll number. So roll number is present in the index. If it is so, it checks the flag as 1 and comes out of the loop. If not, it sets the flag as 0. Right? So once the flag is 1, then only we have to delete the operation. Okay, if not, we have to say sorry, record does not exist. We have to give some information. So the program does not closes abruptly. Okay, we have to formally give the instruction to the user. Right, so that's what we are making here. Just setting a flag is equal to 0 and we are checking if the number is there, we are setting is flag 1. If it is flag 1 only, we have to delete the record. Okay, so let's run it again. Okay, so we are doing deletion operation. Okay, so it displays the indexes available. So what happens if I type 100? So it gives sorry, record does not exist. If we did not do this check, what happens if I give 100? It checks in the data frame. So it will give you error and the program closes abruptly. That should not happen. That's what we are checking here. So let's do this for this search operation again. So here I didn't check any operation. Okay, so we are searching roll number. So if I give 100, so it throws error and the program closes automatically. So to avoid this one, what we can do, we can check the flags wherever we are doing some operations. Okay, so once the index is found, then only we have to do the operation. If not, we have to give the instruction to the user. Right? So you can use this one for all the search operations and update operations. Okay, so that's all about today's class. Thank you.